Hi everyone, my name's Sarah Jones. I'm the Head of Finance and Operations at Social Traders, and we're running a session today on applications for our Social Enterprise Awards, and I'm specifically going to run through the financials section. You'll have an opportunity to ask any questions through the chat function, so please do so as we progress through, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. So what I'm going to do is skip straight through to part 5 of the financials here, and I'm looking at Social Enterprise of the Year Awards Small. So in here you're asked to submit financial information for 3 periods that you're providing financial data for. Now, depending on which award you're applying for, that will depend on whether you submit actual information or forecast information or a combination of those. So for Social Enterprise of the Year Award Small, you need to have been trading for at least 3 full years. So that would mean you're submitting 3 years of actual information. So I'll just go through and show you how you enter the data. So if we start here, the period, you enter in the year, the financial year that your data relates to. So in this case, we'll assume it's 2013-14. In the next cell, it's trading income. So trading income is probably best to look at in terms of what it doesn't include. So it doesn't include grants, donations or loans, but it does include any other revenue that you generate. So let's do an example here where we have $1,000 of trading income. So non-trading income is any other income that you earn. So in this case, let's say we had $500. And you'll see down here, this here adds the 2 cells together to give you your total income for the year. And then this cell here calculates your percentage of income from trade. So in this case, it's $1,000 out of $1,500, which gives us 67%. And the reason we calculate that is using the phases definition of social enterprise means that we target an enterprise that's been trading for greater than 5 years should have more than 50% of their revenue from trade, and if you're less than 5 years, it's 25%. So that's why that's calculating there, just to give you an answer as to that metric and whether you're hitting that metric. So in the next cell here, this is your total profit or loss for the year. In the case that you've made a loss, just put a negative in front of the number. So in this case, let's say that we make a negative $500. So making a loss. And the next 3 cells look at how we distribute that money. In this case, we've made a loss, so there's obviously not going to be any money to distribute. So you just enter 0 into each of these cells, and you will get a prompt if you leave these blank, so it's fine just to enter zeros in there. So what I'm going to do is just delete this information and go back and have a look at what it would look like if we make a profit. So let's say in this case we make a profit of $1,000. And the next 3 cells look at what we do with that money. So the first cell is profit retained within the company. So that's profits that you're keeping within the company and are not using to reinvest in your social missions. So you might be building up retained earnings, for example, within the year. So let's say we have $100 that we keep. The next one is profit distributed as shareholder or member dividend. So depending on the type of organisation you are, this may or may not be relevant. But again, let's say we have $100 that we distribute in that way. And that would mean there's $800 left. This cell up here, your $1,000 profit should tie to this cell here. So there's $800 that we reinvest in our social mission. And what that calculates down the bottom here is what percentage of your profits you're reinvesting in your social mission. So in this case, it's 80%. Then moving on, you provide the same information then again for year 2. And if you scroll through again, you'll have year 3 as well. In the case where you're submitting actual and forecast information, or a combination of those, you can actually just make a note down the bottom here in additional information to note that which years are actually forecast information. You can also make any other notes in there. So for example, if you've been trading for a part year, or if you have a financial year that may not run from the 1st of July to the 30th of June, you may run on a calendar year or have a different reporting period, you may want to enter that information in. So really this is a field, a section here for you to enter that information. I'm just thinking of a couple of questions that we've had already prior to this webinar, so I'll try and address those. One of the questions was percentage of revenue from trade. If we're not hitting your 50% or 25% targets, should we still submit an application? I think the answer to that is it depends. In terms of our social enterprise definition, we would like you to be hitting those targets. However, if you're close to hitting that target but you're not there yet, you might be at 23%, then I would encourage you to put in an application and add in the notes down the bottom here to explain what you're doing to make sure that you're going to be hitting that target moving forwards. And similarly, if you are not hitting the target for your profit reinvest in the social mission, there might be a valid reason for that. So again, just use the comments section to explain that. Okay, everyone, so I think we're going to finish it up there. Thanks for your time today, and I hope that's clarified things for you. If you have any other questions, you can drop us an email at contact@socialenterpriseawards.com.au and we'll get back to you, or you can give us a call on our Social Traders landline, which is 8319 8444. Thanks very much.